Hello, welcome to this podcast on contemporary trends in education and assessment. Education is moving from teacher-centered and memorization-based approaches toward learner-centered education, skill-oriented learning, competency-based approaches, creativity, critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and problem-solving in education. Learners are active participants rather than passive receivers. NEP 2020 emphasizes experiential learning, flexibility in learning pathways, multidisciplinary education, competency development, inclusion and equity, digital learning, reduction of rote learning, etc. Currently, the 4 pillars of learning are considered the following, such as learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. Learning to be is very important. This appreciates and acknowledges the individual differences of the students. Now, digitalization and inclusive education brought some major developments that include smart classrooms, online and blended learning, AI tools and virtual platforms such as Swayam, Diksha and ePathshala. Parag and national testing agencies in matters related to assessment and evaluation not only at the institutional level but also at the national level. Flipped classrooms, inclusive education and learner diversity, movement from special schools to inclusive schools, support for children with special needs through assistive technologies and differentiated instructions. Now let us look into the major trends in assessment. Assessment is shifting from marks to grades, annual examinations to continuous assessment, memorization to competency-based assessment, teacher evaluation to self and peer assessment, written exams to projects, portfolios and presentations, assessment of learning to assessment for and as learning. Emerging practices in the assessment and evaluation include open book examinations, on-demand examinations, portfolio assessment, learning profiles, proctored examinations, academic bank of credits, choice-based credit system, relative and absolute grading, credit accreditation systems, no detention policy, etc. Technology is leveraging education as per the demands of the society. It supports through online quizzes, e-portfolios, AI-supported evaluation, instant feedback, learning analytics, etc. Inclusive assessment includes extra time for the students who need out of their necessity that arises out of disability, requirement of scribes, alternative formats, flexible evaluation methods, etc. Challenges and suggestions may vary according to context and experience. Common areas include digital divide, infrastructural limitations, teacher training needs, resistance to change, better technology integration, inclusive policies, etc. With this, we will conclude with a very short conclusion. Modern education and assessment are becoming learner-centered, inclusive, flexible, digital, and competency-based. Therefore, modern teachers need to adapt to the new challenges and changes. Education today is not only about examinations, it is about meaningful learning and preparing learners for life. Thank you for listening. Following this slide, you may go through the infographic given in some of the slides that would help you to extend the topic to the further level on the demand expected or needed by your context.